Hello everybody, welcome back to episode 28 of the Savage Lands Season 2. And as you can see here, the well is finally being built. I remembered a long time ago that we had that trouble with the well and the water and all these things, and then I remembered that I had to do something about that, you know? That easily things can get out of your sight in DF. But I guess we worked on that. So the first thing that the dwarves of Shinmistum want to get done today is I want to have access to this beautiful area here. There might be the necessity for us to tunnel upstairs. I'll see about that. In here we got this magnanimous project here as well. I don't think we needed that much anymore, now that I think more closely about it, but it's okay. Oh no, I put the wrong priorities. So, I'm going to leave them digging out that whole thing here. Who knows, maybe one day we will use all this diorite for something, but certainly not now. So, for today I want to work hard on the acquisition of this adamantine vein here, because this is one of the things that I feel like the dwarves of Shinmistum really want to achieve as soon as possible, due to the simple reason that this will be the one and only method for us to ensure that we are going to succeed against the demons, you know? I feel like this encounter there must have been quite a shock for them. A towering blob of salt with a bloated body. This, by the way, is one of the most harmless variants of Forgotten Beasts, but it ain't on my height level, so we're chill with that. We are chill with that. Okay, so is that thing finally linked? Nah. I totally forgot to do this whole time. You know, finally the gremlin trap will be completed. So let's see, there's been some warm stone located, alright. Some damp stone located, green diamond cluster. Yeah, just like I thought, this is exactly what I assumed. We are already deep within the actual vein, and oh dearie. Oh no. Alright. So, this is actually more difficult than I anticipated it to be. But when is it not with this cursed fortress? Alright. So, the thing is, there is that ocean just around our corner. Yeah, I know, the mountain homes. So, we are going to see. I still want to order charcoal and coke wherever I can. Let's see what they brought this time. I really need to fix up the trade depot for the next time, because we can get much larger amounts of bituminous coal and lignite this way, and our fortress will profit from that. This is one of the things where I must say this is something that we should work on as soon as possible. Alright. But until then, let's move some goods to the depot. Let's make that just some... one of those gem bins, you know. But we're... Shinmistum is not really a place that has insane wealth in terms of gemstones. We always struggled, kind of like with the amount of wealth that we generated here. There's some more problematics there, but we're going to look into these things in a minute. For now, I really want to make sure that we get access to all the material there. I'm somewhat afraid I even forgot to order things last time, but luckily I wasn't. I wasn't that foolish. Look at that. Beautiful. Alright, so I don't want to trade for all the other things this year, because we are actually not that rich currently. As you see, the amethysts were the biggest benefit that we got there in our tunnels. We offer them some gifts so the mountain home knows that we are still paying all respects, but that's going to be as far as it goes for our trade this time. Okay, so we can again create fuel out of bituminous coal and out of lignite. This is always such a good thing for us to happen because we need to crank up the glass furnaces today. So we already got something here going. That's beautiful. But we need more than that. So dampstone located 44 times. That's bad news, but it's actually quite harmless bad news. Alrighty, so let's see how the bad news here were going. So it's all aquiferous around us. That's horrible. It's just, oh God. That means, you know, usually I love to go one layer above the adamantine vein to scout it out in peace and in safety. But here well, it ain't that easy. As soon as I smack into one of these rocks, there will be water, and there will be water forever. And we basically need to take care of that entire problem first. Basically, the entire aquifer above us would have needed a smoothing, so to say, and this is it's just way more than I actually want to give. So let's see, maybe we can get towards that in a manner that ain't that horrible. So water is one of the biggest enemies of this fortress. It all looked so good when we embarked here originally, but the longer we stayed here, the more we noticed that the water was always against us. Wherever we went, water was in our way. This is really basically the story of Shin Mistum. So we can go all the directions that we don't want to go, and here, well, I'm surprised that we actually were able to get in there without causing a problem with the damp rock. Okay, so that means we are in trouble. That's what it means. We need to go for this operation in an unsafe way, which is something I deeply despise, but well, you know, our brave dwarves won't stand a chance against the demons without adamantine, or at least so they think. I already decided that this is the narrative, you know. They got smacked by a demon down here. Now they're desperate about gearing up. I find that a very, very believable narrative, too. So, the other thing that I got on my mind here was I really wanted to raid this place here. So we're going to do this. So we're going to openly attack this place with all our 3 squads. The thing is quite easy. We got enough capabilities to wall ourselves off. So, you know, I'm just going to see how this will play out. And more migrants have arrived at Shin Mistum. Wonderful. So, you know, since I am working on my good habits, here's another one. When new migrants come, always check out if they got animals that need treatment for the pins. Speaking about things needing a treatment, I saw a nice amount of crundles waiting to be fed to the beast. So, hello dear, you must be hungry. Let's feed you some critters. I really love the disposal method of monsters. To just toss it into the pit where you have a forgotten beast. The best part about it is, eventually, the monsters might even kill the forgotten beast for me. Sure, we need a new forgotten beast then, but, you know, it's not as if we had that much trouble finding new, unwanted guests. But I don't think that I'll ever find enough crundles for the job to actually get that to a point where it grows into a problem for the forgotten beast. Anyways, so I feel like I want to check out what has happened here. So yeah, basically, I think it's all above us water, and therefore it's all damp rock. Curses. Okay, that means we got to open up the adamantine vein on this level. There's no other way for us to do it, and well, I find that slightly unsettling, but what can we do? We got the military force to do this, and we got doors that we can lock if we accidentally free some demons. I think, all in all, well, we're as ready as you can possibly be. I'm really curious to find out what these guys are going to do here, but, oh yeah, there's 3 soldiers, again, not finding their way. Okay. But maybe they're just stragglers and slow. I hope that that a dark goblin pit with 100 inhabitants is not too much for them. Somewhat afraid, but, you know, I'll never learn if I don't try. So, here goes nothing. Just hope that these 2 guys are going to get there one day, too. So, alright, let's do this again. I hate to do this, but, so Domas, what's the matter? He's sleeping. He's got a solid excuse. And Erush is also sleeping. Alright. So that, you know, most likely they're going to get there as soon as they're done sleeping. Alrighty. Forgotten Beasts doing what Forgotten Beasts do best. Taking care of pesty monsters. Alrighty. So let's see how the rest of our industries went so far. So we're just as usual, completely out of everything. Brilliant. So we don't have wood. Sand collection. So just when I looked it up, they started it and then they canceled it. So I bet that oh, I forgot to set up a sand collection zone. Alright, if that's the only problem, we're going to fix that really quick. So here's the sand zone. Knock yourself out. Okay. I really thought that we had this settled down. So rhyolite is growing a little bit low. Granite also a little bit dirt too. Well, don't think we need that much. Okay. So as usual, the mining jobs down here, they're getting done painstakingly slow. Oh yeah, let's cut that fortification. Let's see what we find back in there. This is a very ungrateful way to do this, because we actually gonna have to take much more risk than I like to. Usually I go from the floor above and do my thing. So guys, are you still sleeping? How long are you supposed to sleep? I thought you were soldiers. Ah yeah, Domas is already, just when I looked after him, he was, alright, they're following their commands. Good. Turns out, dwarves don't sleep often, but when they do, oh my god, they sleep long. Alright, so this green diamond here is clearly safe to take. The other piece of good news behind all that is that we're going to get access to riches beyond measure. Alright. So let's carve out all the safe tiles, as long as there are safe tiles. And let's see what the fortification cutter will find. Alright, so they're on their way. Why is this guy already back? So, right, looks like everybody got back. Do we already have the report? Oh yeah, this place is no more. Grieved poison. They actually managed to destroy that place with 100 gobs. Probs. Nice. Alright, so another victory for us. We captured a grand total of 15 beak dogs. Oh my gosh. Beyond that, the rest of the loot is not worth mentioning. So beak dogs. I heard that we've uncovered a strange treasure of the gods. I heard that beak dogs are actually quite nice if you have them. Basically, what I found out about beak dogs was that you are not capable to get them regularly. You have to capture them, but when you do capture them, you have a lot of very capable combat animals. That's what I heard. So, a giant is visiting our premises. My goodness. Hey there, Rethought. So, how's life? I hope you're going to like the cage that you will end up in. Will he? Gotta check how that works out. Right now, he's killing just some horsies. And I actually don't care because he's killing off agitated horsies. Maybe the agitated horses are killing him off, but I'm not sure. Yeah, well, he got some injuries. He's got some injuries. That didn't go too well for him. And, is he leaving town? Looks like he's leaving town, but usually they don't. Nah, he just went for the next horsey there. Alright. So, turns out this giant hates horses, obviously. Alright. Oh, whatever. I'm going to put an end to this. I'll send all the 3 squads. You know, we could technically capture the giant in a cage and put it into a zoo or something like that. But, you know, Shin Mistum dwarves are a lot more pragmatic than that. They don't care much about those things. They see an intruder, and that's what we need to take care of. I don't know if we're actually capable of crossing the water here. So far, it doesn't look like we are. Okay, so I'm canceling those commands. Obviously, we are not able to cross the water here. Well, okay. So, yeah, we got loads of beak dogs now. So, let's pasture them for now. Goodness. And let's see what we can do with them. If we can train them into war dogs or something like that, that would be dope. Last time we had those, we killed them off, but, you know, Shin Mistum dwarves might be now thinking differently about that. So, for some reason, we cannot train them. They are domesticated, but we cannot train them. They will breed like... Oh, they won't breed because they can't... Alright, whatever. These are strange animals. I gotta check out how things here are going. So, oh, we have agitated ravens in the fortress yet again. So, there's still the question leaves to remain answered where those come from, but is there probably a hole here I'm not aware of? Because those birds, they keep coming from exactly this section. So, but I can't... Oh, here, open space. I finally found it. This is where all the birds came in. I knew it. I knew I had a hole somewhere in my defenses. Sorry for that excitement about a hole in the ground, but it really bothered me because I knew there had to be something about all this, how these freaking birds came in there. This was not normal. Alright, finally. Let's just hope the giant doesn't eat the workers that try to get out there. Up there. Whatever. Okay, so in the meantime... well, I don't dare to look into the deep mine right now. Because of that stupid giant meandering around. But, well, basically, the giant has no chance of breaching the fortress now that we finally found the the hole in the system. So that's what happens if you cut a tree above your premises, basically. Okay, so now I feel safe, because if the giant goes into a cage trap, it's our giant to toy around with. Might be quite fun to check out how the giant fares against a forgotten beast. And we found us a artifact crossbow, so 40,000 dwarf bucks. Good god. Sadly enough, it's a crossbow. That means this is pretty much as useless as it could be, because, you know, it's not as if artifacts are in any way no, artifact crossbows are in any way better than your regular crossbow. They're just better at doing melee with them. Sadly, that's all they're good for. They're not shooting better, which is a shame. I really hope that future versions will correct that mistake, because I personally think it's just absurd that a artifact crossbow is not a good shooter. But, you know, currently it is as it is. So, the next few steps we're taking are quite simple. We're trying to make more... we're trying to get more fortifications into the wet pockets here and dry out the whole area. And then let's see how things will work out. I mean, we are, luckily enough, already a bit above that thing. So we're going to start stockpiling building material. Oh, probably here. Like the idea of that. So we're going to stockpile green glass blocks here, or generally glass blocks. So let's see, how did the industries go? We are totally out of wood, and we got the sandbags though that I ordered. That's great. So we're going to make us now green glass blocks if possible. I mean, fuel-wise, we don't need wood right now. So that's one piece of good news, I guess. Now that I think more closely about it, I should have just went for a do that 10 times order. Well, let's set up yet another glass furnace here, because I don't want to have that workload all on one furnace. Okay, it'll take a while until these glass blocks have been delivered, sadly, but until then we can work with that. So let's set up the mining jobs. Totally forgot that I need to remove the fortification here, of course. Duh. And now we can see the people working out as intended. So the watery zones are the more harmless zones to begin with, and therefore that's why we're starting with these. Because even if we find a lot of water behind these, the only thing we need to do is rip out those doors to give the water enough room to seep through here. You see it. So we can now safely remove these tiles here as well. There we go. Going for the watery stuff first is, for me, always the safest way of punching through all this. If we have to do it like that, then let's do it as safe as we can. Alright, so let's do this like that. And do another collect sand job here. There we go. We just need a lot of glass blocks now for the sake of that. And I'm going to put this new thing on a hotkey. This is Shift F3. There we go. Okay. So progress is being made. Giant crackles and beak dogs are fighting. Alright. So, do I need to be worried? I mean, giant grackles are actually something to get worried about. But, actually, turns out the beak dogs that we plundered from the goblins are brilliant bodyguards for our pastures. Now, that's a way to do it. I like it. Alright, that's brilliant. The beak dogs are his bodyguards now. Who would have thought? So, let's see, that giant is still meandering around on this side of the river. That's quite bothersome. We really need to put up a bridge there. I just realized this for the first time, that this is bothering me quite a lot. Same as the situation with the trade depot. So we need to do something about these things. So first off, we need to reduce these areas. Alright. Somebody burning now? Nah. So this was the good part about doing this diagonally. Alrighty. So here we... My plan is to get a safe entrance for the trade caravans next year, because, you know, I don't want them to be unable to enter my base. That's quite sad. And also, we really need more stockpile for all that refuse. Probably also just build a atom smasher for all that refuse. You know what, guys? Let's do that. One of the wonderful marvels of Dwarven technology. Bridges that smash things. There we go. Let's do this. Are you guys building a green glass bridge? Why? Seriously, glass is a material I don't give away eagerly. You fools. Alrighty, so. Just an opportunity for us to get rid of all the refuse faster, because, you know, it just takes up too much time by now to let all that stuff rot away normally. Okay, so these tiles are now also safe for picking. I mean, the wonderful part about all this is we are really gathering up a lot of very valuable gemstones, you know? There's rough, clear diamonds. There's really the best of the best around there. And the first glass blocks are getting delivered here, so we can then scour for a safe way into the depths. That's really good. Good. Things are getting along really nicely here. Green glass blocks here. There we go. So we actually made it this year to raise yet another fortress, or no, another pit. So I'm actually eager to take another one of these, but not while there's this giant abroad. You know, I personally cannot get this done while there's still a giant around. This wouldn't make sense in any way narratively. You know, you wouldn't go like out for an adventure while your fortress is being threatened by a freaking giant. Okay, there is another problem that slowly rises up. And that's all those agitated birds in the cages that we don't have any good use for, you know? Well. So what I'm going to do here is a very simple thing. We're going to build a bay for the traders. Trade bay. This way I can keep the trap corridor here working, while I still have a way of getting the traders in. There we go. Just like that. We're going to fit in a door here for our people, so they can easily get materials in and out. Or do I? Well, actually we're going to make that a bridge. Bridges are just better. Bridges cannot be crossed by suddenly appearing stealthy monsters or stuff like that, you know. Oh, wait a sec, we actually don't. I don't want to remove that piece of wall. This is wide enough. And then we're going to remove this place here. So for whatever reason, there's still a tremendous load of food in these stockpiles. And the new trade depot will be residing here. Just waiting for the old one to be removed so there will be no hiccups. And I don't want another trade depot that gets accidentally built out of class blocks or something like that. Been there, done that. Alright. Let's connect these. And let's set up another lever here and another bridge here. There we go. So we got the safety up. So my good friends, that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. We are making fine progress here. I really feel as if this is going super well. We haven't had any strange incidents with the areas that we mined out so far. So all in all, I'm quite positive about the future. So leave me your comments down below. Next episode, we're going to continue here and bring more war upon these filthy gobs. As soon as we have found a way to deal with that giant, that is. And beyond that, I really hope you're coming back for more. See you guys there. Leave me a thumbs up. A subscription would be really welcome as well, because you know, that just helps the channel to grow a lot. And yeah, have a wonderful day. Check out the playlists and come back again. Bye bye.